dollars in savings over what they paid before they brought managed care in. So a little bit different maybe than changing like the premium that we might get as family insurance, but huge returns to the state. Last call. All right, let me show you a little bit about the company. All right, Caleb. No, I think not here. Oh, there it is. All right, let's think. It's just the moral support I need. All right, let's out of the light again, sorry. All right, so who are we? Like I said, we coordinate healthcare services for local health plans. Amerigroup Corporation is based in Virginia Beach. We are in 12 states. I'll show you a map in a couple minutes. We cover more than 2 million lives in the country whose insurance is paid for by the states. Again, this is their safety net. People that would have no insurance if the state Medicaid agencies didn't pay for it. These, I've already said this, members that are financially vulnerable. These are the poorest of our population. And our job is not just to pay their claims, but to help them get healthier. Most of our business is Medicaid. We have a small population of Medicare members as well. That's certainly growing. But our core business is the Medicaid programs that are funded by the states and by all of you. So where are we? Washington is the only one not on here because it's our latest award, but we are in the South, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana. We are in the Mid-Atlantic in Maryland and Virginia, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, New Mexico, Ohio, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia, but you can read. And we are in, where's the little thing? I don't know, there you go. And we are in Washington now. So we most recently won Washington. We are growing at a ridiculously rapid pace. I mean, it's a wonderful, Amerigroup's a great place to be right now. It's pretty intense, as Caleb can tell you from trying to find a calendar slot for this very session. It's pretty tricky, but we are really very uniquely positioned. We support Medicaid members in all of these states, but in every one of these states in the last year, in almost every one of these states, the states have come to us looking for us to take on more business from them, more products, more populations of members that don't have health insurance. Why? Because every time they sign us up, they save money in their budget shortfalls. And because we have to prove it to them, their members get healthier. Healthier than they were by just having an insurance card that the state would just pay uncontrolled. So let's see, our states in, I think this is stack rank order. Texas is our largest. New York is down here, but we are in the midst of closing an acquisition of Health Plus in New York that will bring that number to 430,000, and New York will be our second biggest market in about 2 weeks. And you'll see the rest. I won't read you all the numbers, but obviously a really diverse company. Texas was by far and away our largest market. That will even out a little bit with the acquisition that's going to close here in a couple weeks in the New York health plan. But we are all over the country. So who do we serve? This is just really a brief summary of the different programs the states offer. So I said this is a safety net, right? And what does that mean? It just means people in the community that would have no other health insurance, but the states have to decide who to cover. It's not just income necessarily. They care a lot about kids having insurance and keeping kids healthy. They care a lot about pregnant moms, making sure that they get good prenatal care so that they can have healthy children, so that their children aren't in the NICU. That's good for the family. It's also good for avoiding all of the NICU costs that come with a child that's not born healthy. Family care for low-income families, and then Medicare. But in general, I will say, our business grew up historically taking care of moms and babies. What this slide doesn't depict that is really changing in the country and changing in our business is that the other side of the populations that the states are trying to control costs on is frail, elderly, aged, blind, disabled, people who would otherwise be in nursing homes that the state would pay for, that we can perhaps help to live at home and live independently with in-home care. And dramatic savings to the states when we can do that. So those long-term care, frail and elderly populations aren't even mentioned here, which means we need to update the slide. But it's a huge area of focus for us, huge opportunity for the states because it's a very uncontrolled cost today. And we have entire pockets of our company that have gotten very good at taking care of these populations. Thank you. So associates, let's see. Amerigroup Associates, you'll see we are growing. We're not just growing in terms of members, we're growing in terms of associates. We're upwards of 5,000 associates all over the country now. A couple quotes from a couple different associates. I'm not going to read those to you at great length, but essentially what we want to highlight is Amerigroup is committed to the development of talent. And whether that is the leadership development program that several people here in the front row are here to represent. We've had great ODU representation in our leadership development programs. But we are growing on the basis of our talent. And as the industry changes, everything I said to you, I say internally to our own organization, because as the industry is changing, we have to be thought leaders and we have to understand what's changing, and that creates huge opportunities for people in their own careers to develop new skills. In the interest of time, let me see. Talked about some of these programs. So leadership development, Amerigroup University, not like ODU University, but online resources and tools to help you develop. And in the interest of time, I'm going to maybe pause one more time for questions about the organization. And if not, I'm actually going to point you in the direction of people like Caleb Davies in the front row, Stephanie, and I'm forgetting Rebecca, thank you. If you have specific questions about internship programs or leadership development. Any closing questions or comments?
How do you guys get contracts with these different government agencies? You guys send agents out to the different states, or?
It's a great question. It's been a busy process lately. The states do official procurements. So they do RFPs or RFAs or whatever they choose to call them. In every market it's different, where they formally define their requirements and they invite bidders to submit very formal technical, clinical, and cost proposals. And we have many of those in the hopper as we speak. Any other closing questions or comments? Well, I just want to thank you guys so much for your time and your attention and your questions, especially this side. Thanks very much.
Thanks everybody for coming out. As Ms. Valentine mentioned, we do have some representatives from Amerigroup up front here. Feel free to come up and chat with them. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for coming out.